Derek, a first home competitive game for you and the team today, a quick turnaround from midweek, but how ready are you all for this challenge today?
Yeah, there's no doubt, and it was a bit of a journey for everybody. I think 2.5 hours in the coach, then the flight back. But we feel well rested. We were in Friday, recovering in the afternoon, trying to manage the players who did the minutes. A little training session yesterday again, and the squad, as I say, is quite strong in some areas where we can freshen the team up as well. So, but the first game of the season, as you say, in terms of at Highbrooks, it's got to be one we look forward to, and we've got to try and go and set about the task. There's no point in having 50,000 in here and not using it to your advantage, so it's important that we try and tap into that. And that's by playing confidently, try to play forward, try to show a willingness to play forward and getting things in the box, and go and ask questions. A Hibs team who are good on the ball, who try and find the spaces and have got a good threat and at the top end of the pitch with a bit of pace, and but fully concentrated at that part of it, but the importance of us trying to show ourselves in the game.
Yeah, you've made 6 changes today. Can you talk us through your team?
Yeah, so we are trying to just get a bit of freshness where we can. Dujon, who has traditionally struggled with 3 games in a week, and we want to make sure he's going the right way, to be honest. And Big Macca comes in to play alongside Manny in the back. Vanya will play from full-back position, and he can do that because he's quite versatile in that sense, and he's happy to play that role, and he's a very good user of the ball from there. And obviously Nico comes in with Kami to play the middle of the pitch. I thought second half those two did well over in Poland. Finlay, another one who did well, starts from the left. Daisuke, who had to come off at half-time the other night just because of lack of games, but we feel he's ready to go again here, and Lawrence plays up front with Yusuf. So we're trying to engage with the wide players, try and get them into those little spaces where they can go and be as positive as they can be. But I think underneath it all, we need to be concentrated more on our start. We've put ourselves in a bit of position by not starting games properly, and I think for us, the concentration, the aggression at the back, the importance of keeping the ball out of our net, and then having the confidence then to go forward and knowing there's goals in us.
Just a word on Hibs, what do you expect from them today?
Well, I think they've been very, obviously they've played a few competitive games now with the early rounds of Europe. They carry a threat. They've got a big boy Loach at centre forward who kind of is a good foil for the likes of Boyle and Eldon, who are full of pace and movement. Whether they go 5-3-2 as they did do last season against Rangers quite a lot. I think in every game they went 5-3-2, but they're playing more like a 3-4-3 traditionally this season. So whatever team comes in, they are a team who try to use the full width of the pitch. Their wing backs will get forward and support quickly. And it's up to us, and they're a good size as well physically, so we've got to make sure we match that. But we don't think there'll be too many surprises when the Hibs team comes in. I just want to really concentrate on our team. We've got what to do against their shape, but it's more importantly we work on our shape and make sure we're as good as we can be.
Yeah, you did mention Ibrox at the start there. It is the first of 4 games at home now in a row. How important is it to really make Ibrox that place that's difficult for teams to come to?
Yeah, well, that's the plan, that's the intention, and I would like us to try and make teams dread coming here rather than looking forward to it. I want them to make sure that we try and make teams suffer and feel as if they can't cope. And I think that is something that we need to try and build a reputation for being that sort of team who stay on top of teams here, utilise the 50,000 that we've got behind the team, and feel confident in what we're doing. And I think we've got to try and play in that manner, break lines, play forward, get the ball into wide areas, put the ball in the box, get the crowd involved and engaged with the game. But to build the trust in the team, I think that's going to be so important here at Ibrox, and hopefully we can do that from early on. But hopefully today we can start to do that. And we feel as though the team picked will give us the best chance to try and get the crowd involved, to try and get penalty box action, and then see where it takes us. Hopefully, at the end of the day, it's 3 points. Regardless of how we play, I want us to play well, but more importantly, I want us to win.